Your customers make up. Welcome to Talking Experience Analytics with a decent beer in a shed. And today's beer is actually a soft drink because this perfectly illustrates the story that I'm going to tell. This is Aldi's magically named Professor Peppy. Now come on, that is their Dr. Pepper dupe. It's delicious. It tastes a bit like Dr. Pepper, but it's incredibly cheap. Now then, I was reading this week about synthetic audiences in AI, and it's a brilliant idea for the research community in particular. And there have been some notable successes with funding for British AI businesses around synthetic audiences. Wonderful. And what a synthetic audience does, it's a great idea, is you can build in seconds, drag and drop, essentially a very large audience of synthetic replicant minds that will react to things the way a meticulously put together research audience might. So you might have a piece of research where you want to know what this type of profile of person thinks about your product or your service or your store, whatever it is. And instead of having to recruit 100,000 people traditionally at high cost, and it takes time and all those sorts of things, this gives you a perfect audience synthetically of minds who will respond in the way that the real humans would have done. Great. And I looked at this press release this week for this particular business, terrific business, superb. And they showed how their synthetic audience had dealt with the question of how somebody chooses a supermarket. And this is going to shock you. What did this synthetic audience say is the overwhelming consideration for choosing a supermarket? Well, it's price. Oh, well, actually, we know, because we've done this many times as an industry, if you do ask a group of customers that same question, they will also say price. And so the synthetic audience works. It's right. But of course, this is where this gets interesting. As I said on the last episode, the fundamental problem with using feedback-derived metrics to understand your business is that customers don't tell you the truth. They will say price. Price is the consideration. That's the only thing. That's price. And their behaviour will prove something else. Or will it? So if price is the overwhelming driving factor of choice of a supermarket, that explains it. That explains why Aldi, and sometimes Lidl when Lidl are cheaper, why Aldi and Lidl have 100% of the market. And actually, I live in Oxford, and Oxford has two Aldis, and we have a Tesco's, and we have a Sainsbury's, and a Waitrose, and a Marks and Spencer's, and various others. And it's extraordinary. The Aldis, the two Aldis, 100% of the market. All 170,000 people in Oxford go to the Aldis. I feel really sorry for the folks at Tesco. You go up to the Tesco store, empty. There's people in there not knowing what to do. All the shelves are full. There's no customers because price. Customers told us this. Price is the thing that drives you into a store. Horseshit. So, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this Professor Peppy, and we shall think on. It's all right.